Next album. To another UK native. We go all the way to Northampton to this one, boys.
Big up my Northampton fans.
Do we have fans in Northampton?
No, I've got a friend from Northampton.
I have a very loose friend from Northampton.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
claim that
It's
too.
a very loose friend.
Yeah.
It's a friend I haven't spoken to in years.
I was gonna make a joke, but no one would get it.
Oh.
Only we would, so there's no point.
Yo,
Northampton.
It's
in
that's
the
a good
Midlands.
question.
it's in the Midlands
Yeah,
somewhere, I think.
like that.
Oh, is that the place that has like a crazy uni where like shit, like
That's Nottingham, though.
no, but like as in like crazy stupid shit goes down.
I thought that's Leicester.
Is that Northampton?
I always thought Leicester was associated.
Leicester isn't. Oh yeah. Anyway, I'm getting distracted.
What's going on there?
Sorry.
No, I never heard this about Northampton either.
No, me neither.
I thought it was like a party capital for uni.
I've never heard this.
Yeah, I bet.
Are there unis
We
in
used to go to
Northampton?
uni motives in
You
Northampton, bro.
used to go to...
Not me.
Oh, okay. I was about to say.
You think I ever go to Northampton for a uni
God,
motive?
no, I can't.
No way.
Yeah.
No, you go Leicester for uni bows.
But regardless, nice tangent. Slowthai. This is his third album, Ugly. We reviewed his second
did.
album,
That was a good
Tyrone, during
album.
lockdown.
That was a good album.
That was a fucking great
That was a
album.
really good album. I went back to it and I was like, whoa, like.
Yeah, I went back to
Yeah,
it too, and
yeah,
I was like, there's some of the records. Do you remember the record with James Blake?
Yeah.
I still listen to that now.
Sick tune,
Cancel Me, Mazarin, NHS.
Yeah.
There were bangers on that.
That was a good tape.
But this is his third album, Ugly. Let's start with you, Tope. What did you think of it, my friend? Do some general thoughts.
Again, another beautifully succinct 38-minute album, 12
We
tracks.
love it.
We couldn't ask for more.
We love it. We love it here at the Beers and Bud podcast.
Very themed.
Yeah, executed well.
I have a clear favourite song for me, which is what's it called? Never Again. I think that song was the emotions that song put me through. Yeah?
I tried to listen to this album in the gym.
You can't. I listened to this album in the gym.
But the Yum came on. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Then there was a good period of the album. I was like,
Yeah,
this is gym music. And then Never Again came on. I was like,
Oh my god,
pouring
I
his
could have
heart out,
cried, man.
when he's talking about being in the barbers and hearing the girl died and running outside and calling her brother.
It was the first verse when he's like, he saw her parents again.
Oh, yeah.
And then the second verse where he's trying to avoid her and she's like, I'm proud of you, whatever. And he's just like,
No, the third verse gets
But the
me
third
every
verse,
time.
oh my days, man. Because it was already a sad enough song in those first two verses. And then that third verse threw me for a loop, man. But, yeah, a really nice album. I don't know what I thought about Yum.
I think
It's one of those songs where in a theme of an album,
that's what, yeah.
it makes sense.
And especially, it just kind of shows like mental deterioration as well, very vividly.
But will I go back to that specific song?
No, I probably wouldn't.
not.
I probably
But
wouldn't.
that doesn't take anything away from the
it,
album.
yeah.
Yeah.
But if I'm listening to the album, it's good. It sets
Yeah.
the tone for the
Yeah.
album, and I think that's a
Yeah.
lot of what I like about this album is, especially some of the latter half. I know I wouldn't listen to those songs on their own, but in the theme of this album and listening to this album at song by song, I think it goes so perfectly together.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, it was the first Slowthai album I've heard, and I was just like,
Didn't he? Sorry, go
what
on.
genre is this? Because
Yeah,
obviously he's
it's
a rapper,
very-
I guess.
Yeah, but this is.
But like, it's a
Because
very...
he's always been relative. Even on Tyrant, there were experimental songs. Like the song with
Yeah.
James Blake was pretty
Yeah.
like out there.
I feel like even the big track that he blew off of...
Tea and Biscuits.
No, not Tea Biscuits. Nothing Great
Like
About
Back Britain,
God,
yeah.
dealer,
was
I wear
was
white,
this sound.
not for you,
But
lot.
because I've not listened to him before, this was like quite an interesting... The sound is very interesting, and how he raps on the beats is very interesting. But no, I really like this album. I was a big fan.
I think he's my favourite rapper from the UK.
Okay.
I think he's easily my favourite rapper from the UK. I think Sims is still the best.
Yeah.
Like if you were to rap, I think Slowthai's my favourite rapper. You could do that face because you're just gonna come and hate with your basic music taste. But if you know about music and you appreciate music,
I think Loyal.
I bet
for me-
Professor Greed is your favourite.
yeah, fucking tiny temper.
My three were Kano, Sims, and.
But
and
like
Loyal Kana.
currently making music.
Loyal Kana.
What is it about this album that you don't like?
You know what? I appreciate like the theme, and it kind of came across as a very big,
Pardon me.
emotional outpouring. It was heavy. It was deep, but just sonically, it just didn't do it for me at all.
I got really heated
Like-
there. Sorry, Mahesh.
That's okay.
That was unnecessarily
That's okay.
loud.
No, it's all good. it was sonically, I just didn't like it at all.
You know
I
what
gave it a few
surprises
listens and I
me?
was just like,
I feel like of all the people I know, I would expect you to be the
especially
most.
some of the songs,
Yeah.
especially the beginning of it too.
Yeah.
Like,
I'd
because I did listen, I was like, maybe, but I was like, nah.
I'd expect you to be the most open in regards to sounds.
Especially on the first half, where when there were more rock songs like
Yeah.
Feel Good.
I like the
Happy.
first half more than the second. The second, I was just like, whoa.
You don't like what's funny?
I wasn't that big of a
You
fan
don't
of
like
what's.
it?
I like
Okay.
it. The theme of the album wouldn't go back
Okay,
to it on my own.
okay.
Yeah. It's what it's not. It's not a bad album. It's not. But it's like I appreciate the theme and what he was trying to go for. I felt like he was very consistent throughout the album, and it was strung together well. It just didn't do it for me, Sonic. Like it just sounded weird to me, and just weird.
Was it a bit too dissonant?
Just a little.
Okay.
Oh, we got Danny Brown and JP Mafia next month. That way.
But no, in all fair, like I think as well. I do appreciate that you went for something different because it was. It was not. I wouldn't define this as a rap album.
No, I don't think
It's-
it's a rap album.
I wouldn't
You know who it
define it,
reminds
but
me
I
of?
can't pin
Was
a
it-
genre
what's his
to
name?
it.
What's his name? Just Jack,
Who's that?
the guy who made Stars in Her Eyes. Or...
Wait, this album
no,
reminds you
there
of
was
that.
one song. Oh,
All I do is stars my
I thought you were saying that. I was like, what?
complete different U-turn.
it was. Which song was it? It was.
Did he have another big song?
Would you wanna go put stars in your eyes?
No, there was one. No, two. And then the day I died was the best day of my life. Have you not heard that? I'm sure you would have. You definitely would have.
I think
It got used in an ad. I swear it got used in like a fucking Think ad, and then the person died in that.
Fair.
Like,
were they driving?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
no, they were walking and then they got hit by a car. But yeah, now there was one track on here. It was one of the early ones, but I don't know, man. It was just I appreciate it's something different. He's kind of I can't really limit him to a particular genre. I think before Tyrone, I was like, yeah, this guy's a rapper, but he's just I feel like he's just an all-round artist.
Yeah.
But yeah, just sonically, and I think that's what makes it hard for me to. I don't think it's a pleasant listen. I don't think it's a pleasant.
I don't think it has to be.
No, I actually would agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying.
We agree with
If I slap it in, like all the songs I
this
listen
is Scare
to,
the Hose music.
Yeah,
This is big Scare the Hose
100%,
music.
100%. All the songs
No,
I
I
listen to, I just slap in like a liked playlist or whatever. Just all and like this is probably the kind of album that if I heard a track come on, I'd be like, yo, I want to listen to some ABBA, bro. What are you screaming in my ear about the pressure for?
No, I think that's actually what I was thinking on the way here about the latter half as well. I think the first thing up to the first however many songs I could play on their own, and I think I'd be fine.
Apart from that first, apart from
Yum.
Yum.
Except
Apart
from Yum. So from Selfish to Happy, I could play them and be like, this is good. Like, but the rest of it, except what was it? Tourniquet. How do you say it again?
Tourniquet.
Tourniquet. That's
Was that the one where he was?
I'm in a tourniquet.
Oh yes. Yeah.
Oh, that was a big.
There was one track where he was. It was like it sounded like a dialogue with his
that was Fucking Puppet.
Was it Fucking Puppet?
Yeah.
Where he was chatting about
doing coke.
and killing himself, and he smokes weed for his arthritis or whatever. I like that song. But again, very out there. Very the theme of the album. Obviously, I don't feel these emotions.
I don't know what the theme is, but it's very clearly there.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's very expressive. Like
it's a sad.
It's a visceral. Like
I think it's. I mean, I kind of understand why you don't like it now. I get it because it doesn't sound.
No,
I think it sounds good still. Like I think it sounds good still.
Yeah,
but it's not an easy listen.
I'm gonna sound stupid. I appreciate it as a work of art. I don't appreciate it musically.
But again, I wouldn't like when I listen to it. I don't think he's rapping.
But the fact that he was his first album, Nothing Great About Britain, that was just a rap album.
I haven't heard it.
then Tyrone was like, you saw the progression a bit of this. I think this
Is Tyrone the album with the tree on it?
Yes.
I think I've heard like. Did he have a song with Skepta on it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Inglorious. What tune?
I think
no,
I've heard
that was on Nothing's Great About Britain.
Oh shit, was it really?
Yes, it was.
Really?
Cancelled was the one.
Cancelled. Yeah, it's cancelled. Yeah, I
I
remember.
fucked it. Inglorious. Was Inglorious?
That was on Nothing Great About Britain. Yeah, like I think it's probably. I honestly, I could say now comfortably, come end of the year.
Wow.
Come end of the year, this will be up there. I could easily say.
Okay.
Like, I don't think there's going to be a more album that's because I think the only way an album is going to be better than this is going back to Mahesh's point, which we both agreed with. If it sounds better, like if it sounds more easy to listen to, because I get this is a very time and a place album, and despite the fact I think it's really good. I don't know when I'll go back to it, and I know I will, but I don't know when.
Let me rephrase what I said. I appreciate it as a work of art. I don't appreciate it sonically. I think musically, he does like.
Yeah, because I think that's quite limiting to like the actual.
Yeah, no.
Because there's some.
No, I'm thinking about it.
Some good production.
No, there is.
Nothing
just
sounds
sonically,
awful on this album.
Yeah.
Nothing sounds. For me, the only thing for someone to say negatively is they didn't like how he sounded on the album. I think everything else.
I don't think some of the vocals. I was quite surprised.
Really?
I was like, I need to check the credits though, because maybe some people were singing. Because I was like, there was one song, and it was like one of the Rocky songs, and I was like, oh, he sounds pretty good here.
There's a good bit of rocking. I like.
I like Sooner.
Which one's that? It's in the first half.
Yeah,
of the album,
and I like Feel So Good.
I feel so good. I feel so I like Happy. I like
Happy.
I kind of like Ugly.
I like it as a song. I like every record on here as a song. Like there's no record I think's bad. Obviously I would never listen to that on its own. That's crazy.
No. Because it's literally just him talking, isn't it?
But it's the album intro.
It starts the album well for what the album is. I
appreciate an album where someone's gone through a fucking theme and stuck to it, as opposed to just putting a bunch of songs together and going, this is an album, you know what I mean? And that happens a lot nowadays.
That's almost
every album. And the fact that he's executed a theme and a sound so well, I think he's done what he set out to do, I think. In the best way he could. Yeah, it was really interesting. Apparently, he played it for like loads of people too. Okay. One apparently was like, he played it for Frank Ocean and he liked it, and he was like, oh, okay, this
you know
what
though? I don't subscribe to other musicians because I think they're just in a little echo chamber. Yeah, because I mean, not to throw back to last week's episode, but like you see how many people posted that Lil Yachty stuff on their album saying, "God, it's an amazing album," and I'm a Lil Yachty fan, and it was an okay album. It was an okay album. I know you liked it. I know you didn't. It was okay, but like
I would never go back to it. It's not horrible music.
There's a couple songs I go back to.
To go back to Lil Yachty though, you see when we reviewed it, I said it sounded too polished to be an alternative album. It sounded like he got Tame Impala's music and like took it off. When I hear alternate album, I expect this. Like the way people were describing the Lil Yachty album when it came out, like, oh, it's this alternate, it's this different sound, it's so new, it's so fresh. That's like what people said about that album is how I felt about this album.
When I was listening to this, I was kind of like in my mind, this is what the Lil Yachty wanted to do. But then I was like, no, that's wrong. It's not what Lil Yachty wanted to do. It's not the same as what Lil Yachty wanted to do. Obviously, the sounds are different, but like it's such a big jump from Yachty's old stuff or his previous stuff to what this is. Like I can appreciate what he's trying to do. I saw something saying like all the music he made before this album is like arse or whatever. Like this is what he wants to do go forward. And I was like, no, because for me, his previous album, Michigan Boy Boat, is still like one of my favorite displays of Yachty rapping. But anyway, not to stick on that point. I just thought I'd mention a bit of it because
since you weren't here.
Since I wasn't here, I had a couple songs I liked on it, like I don't remember.
Nice.
The Smile. What was the Smile one or something like that? Reached the. Honestly, I don't remember.
Yeah. I like the
If I bring it up quickly.
I don't remember any of them songs.
Ride the Sun. Ride the Sun. I like. Oh, if that's what it's called. But anyway, what would you give this Ugly an album out of 10?
It's fine. I won't be mad.
6.
You can be honest.
6?
Be
You
honest.
give it the same as Cracker
I
Island?
Gorillas more. No, I'd give it like a.
You give
You gave them both a 6.
You didn't like it.
Nah, I give that like 7.
Mesh,
we're on a scale of 10, bruv. We're on a scale of 10.
Like it.
Mesh, if you don't
So
like
I got to
the
drop
album,
it down.
Yeah.
Is 6 good?
Yes.
Oh.
6 is above average.
Oh, really?
Oh my God! How are you using a scale of 1 to 10?
From how you described it.
Okay, scale of 1 to 5. What would you give it?
No, because he's
2.
Okay, so
That's a
you give it
4.
Do that. The way you described it, I feel like you should give it a 4 because of how you feel towards this album.
Okay.
But don't be modest.
No, but I know.
Like, don't be generous. Like, if you really don't like the album, stick by your guns.
I think this speaks more to how we use the scale of 1 to 10, but that's for another day.
Oh, what do you want to do? Scale 1 to 100. I give it a 60. Oh, shit.
I give it 69.
I give it an 8.
I give it a 7.
I give it an 8.
I give it 7, 8 because I gave the Gorillaz a 6, 7.
I don't know if I like it more than his other albums though. That's what I was thinking today on the way here. I think as an album it's better, like concise and packed, and I honestly I think I'm a bit of a concept merchant.
Yeah.
I'm a concept merchant. I'm an artistry merchant. Like, I kind of like the idea of an album being a theme and like we grew up in eras of albums when they were themes. Remember, remember when we heard Good Kid, Mad City for the first time? Yeah. Everyone was like, when you hear stuff like even back in the day, like you listen to the Marshall Mathers LP, you listen to College Dropout. We're from the era.
Illmatic.
We're from an era where albums had themes, albums had meanings, and albums had structures.
Yeah.
And I think because we get so little of that now, or we get such poorly executed versions of that now, that when I do hear something done well, I kind of I give into it. You know what I mean?
All of the songs I frequent are from albums that have a heavy theme, and I mean even last year, like the 2 albums I enjoyed the most, I think had quite a structured theme. You know, so I appreciate when an album has a theme and it's not weak. Like I think I was listening to this album, then I was listening to
Don Toliver.
No, it wasn't Don Toliver. I couldn't get through that album. I was listening to one song off the College Dropout or something. Maybe it wasn't College Dropout. It was that song with Jamie Foxx and whatnot.
Oh, it is College Dropout.
It's College Dropout. I can't even remember the name of the song right now.
Slow Jams.
Slow Jams, and I was like, beautiful song, and obviously with the whole album, nice theme. And I was listening to one of the Lil Baby songs, things like California something, and I was like, even the song doesn't have a theme.
Yeah.
He's talking about women, and he's talking about making money, and he's talking about streams on YouTube. I'm like, bruv, make up your mind.
That's what I said when
the
we
song is
reviewed
good, the song is hype, but what do you want me to take away from this song? Because I don't mind a good hype song. I'm privy to that.
Yeah, I think what fails this album is the fact that we just mentioned some classic albums. The thing about those classic albums you could play some of them songs anywhere and it'd be fine. And I think that's what holds the sound back. But I don't think this album was meant to be that. Like this isn't the lead single album. No. You know what I mean? Like he didn't.
It's very much his.
It's just kind of like his For Your Eyes Only.
Yeah, his
to like a certain extent.
I love that album so much.
Again, never mind. Well, that's another discussion for another day.
But quickly, the songs on the Lil Yachty album that I liked that I just wanted to bring up was The Ride and Pretty.
The Ride was good.
And Drive Me Crazy. I like Pretty because she's like, come pop that pussy open for me.
I hated that song.
I feel so pretty. No, I like that. Those 3 songs are my favorite.
That would never be as good as remember the Joyce Rice album, Hesh, when it had the West Side Guard.
Yeah.
We're gonna eat you out. Yeah.
It was so out, and the thing is that album is fun. That is a brilliant album.
Weird.
And then you just hear West Side going, "I'm gonna eat you."
I don't think he really said that. I think I just made that up.
No, bro, I swear he did. No, I'm not making it up.
Did he actually say it like that? Because I just
no, he did.
Oh, really?
Bro, he was talking sexual.
Because I remember saying that on the pod because I just wanted to do.
No, I'm sure he did, bro. Because I remember it. I'm sure he did.
Do you want to do favorite songs and least favorite songs before we wrap up? Do you have any
of this album?
Yeah, the Slowthai album.
Like I said,
I don't have a least favorite.
Never Again was definitely my favorite. It'd be mean to put Yum as my.
You could put it though; it makes sense.
But Never Again, Feel Good. Those were my two favorite. Maybe Tourniquet.
Yeah, I like Tourniquet.
And I quite like.
I
quite like 25% Club as well.
Me too.
Yeah, me too.
I was about to say.
Oh, you said you did like some songs.
I did.
Oh yeah, it's natural to like some songs. I guess.
It's not bad. It's just sonically.
I wouldn't say
no.
bad.
I take back everything I said before. It was quite mean and dismissive of your opinions. So I'm sorry.
Right. Nah, fuck your opinions, bruv. They suck.
I do this to him a lot, so I do feel bad. It adds up. But no, what you said when you said it doesn't sound pleasurable.
Yeah.
I was like,
no, yeah.
That makes sense.
You know, that's why when you said the album of the year, for me, when I think albums of the year, it's just the way I think. I like my stuff sonically. To sound sonically pleasing. But anyway, what were your least favorite?
I said maybe Falling, but just because I had to pick one, if I had to pick a least favorite, and then favorites, I was went fucking Sooner, Selfish, Feel Good, Never Again, Happy, Fuck It Puppet, Tourniquet, 25%.
So the whole album?
No, there was some songs I didn't mention.
You know, there's only 12 tracks on the album. You listen like 8.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh shit.
I was like, when is he gonna stop?
He's still going.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you guys for listening to the music review show. Please like, subscribe. Don't watch my socks. It's cold.
It looks like you got it from Pret a Manger.
Oh, it does actually.
It does.
Yeah. Like, subscribe. Peace. Thank you very much for listening.